Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we're building a Tudor cottage in Windenburg on this lot, which I really like building this style of house on because it's a nice lot. It's a small lot, but it's got like I don't know it's not a river. It looks like a sewage drainage area. It's not probably. But it just looks weird, but it also has a nice view, and then it also has houses on the other side, but it also has this hill, which I've complained about before, but it's so annoying. Not soap annoying, but that's fine, talking's hard. But it's so annoying to build next to for that reason only, because when you try and turn around the house, it moves your camera very far upwards. It's really strange, but I do like building on this lot for any other reason. But I built this house a couple days ago. I think it was the first build that I've done this week, which is very strange. But I had built yesterday's video. It probably isn't yesterday's video. The last video that I posted was a week and a half ago. But before I had done the voiceovers, because I didn't want to do that one's voiceover that week because I had no topics to talk about, which is fun. We just all run out of topics sometimes. It's okay. But this is one of the first ones. I did it on Monday because I didn't do it on Tuesday because I had a volleyball game Tuesday, and so I would have been busy. But I think I did this Monday, so that was fun, and it was my third Monday back to school, and I'm still dying. I get a headache every Monday that I go back to school, which is really annoying, but this has happened for years now, so at this point I'm just and I'm gonna get a headache this Monday. I don't get it, honestly. It's very strange. It's just every Monday, it's just going back. I'm not sure if it's from the stress or from the lights. We haven't figured that one out yet, but I don't know, because the lights bother me. I know that because they bother my eyes. However, it bothers my eyes all of the days, not just Mondays. So it may be a combination of the stress and the lights being really horrible, but I'm not really sure. But, headaches, real fun right there. But I built this one. And when I'm doing building, it usually distracts me from having a headache, which you're probably not supposed to look at a computer screen when you have a headache. But I don't really care because it didn't hurt while I was building this. So, it's fine. I'll be okay. And that's typically when I do a lot of my building on Mondays, is to, escape from my headache of, dying. It's really fun. And also I had done an hour and a half straight of English homework this day. And that was not my only homework. I spent 3 hours of homework on just that day. It was really fun. I still have homework now to do for this week from Friday, which is really fun right there. Really enjoyed that one, which I'll probably do after this not after this voiceover, after this set of voiceovers, which is really enjoyable right there, unless I eat first. Not sure, it's lunchtime. Haven't eaten yet, but maybe I'll eat lunch, maybe I'll do my French homework. We'll see. If I get to my French homework, I have been putting it off for a day and a half now, so it'll be fine. But, moving past that, I have blood on my hand. That's fine. We'll figure out what the blood's from later. It'll be okay. Just move past the blood on the arms kind of thing. But also, a new thing that's happened. I didn't realize this until I saw a TikTok about it, which, real fun. How you get your, information is TikTok. But I realized that at 100 subscribers, you got a custom URL this weekend, which now I have a custom URL. It's just, youtube.com/KayBeeSimss, which is real fun. But before then, I just had youtube.com and then a bunch of letters and numbers and a bunch of stuff, these symbols and stuff, just really long. But after 100 subscribers, you get a custom URL that's fit to your YouTube channel name, and that was super cool. Was very happy when I got to do that. But I was also out. I was out shopping probably when I figured that one out, and so I had to wait till I got home, and I was very excited to do that, and I figured out how to do that, and now I updated my Instagram, my Twitter, and my gallery page to now have just that in there, so now you don't have to copy and paste a huge link. Actually, well, on my Instagram and Twitter, it was a huge link. On my gallery page, it was just search YouTube, or search KayBeeSimss on YouTube, and you'll find it. But now it's a link that you can copy and paste into Google, and it'll just bring you there, which I think will be good, because then it's easier to find my page, especially if you're not on YouTube, or if you're not anywhere else that you could see my videos. I don't know. But so that's really good. It was very exciting, and so it's just like my own personal like thing, and so that's really fun. So now I got that. Very fun. But also a big thing is that I haven't had time to write in probably about 2 weeks-ish now, and that's like all I have wanted to do all since school started is write, because right when school had started, or like right before school had started, I was just getting into like the big like things of planning my story through and getting all of those things worked out, and then school was like, no, now you're gonna do an English essay. And it was a real bummer right there. So I have gotten the first time in a bit to write and to plan, which I'm not fully writing, but the planning is very important. I am planning like how these things work, because that's very important to writing, is to figure out how things work. And so that's very fun. And so I'm gonna write more probably after lunch and after my homework, which, you know, it's a big long line right there, but that's how I prefer it, is having like a set things that I need to get done, because then I remember it, which is pretty good, because I have a sticky note on my wall right in front of me that's just like math homework, French video, voiceovers, eat lunch, because if not, I will forget at least one of those things. And so I gotta have that all on there so that I can make sure that it all happens before I go to writing, because if not, I would probably just go from my 4 voiceovers that I'm going to do right now to doing writing, and that's not good because it's noon and my body's gonna be like, you're hungry at like 2:30. I'm just like, I didn't eat lunch, because so I wrote it down, and then I'll do my homework, which probably not looking forward to, probably gonna take me a bit, but you know, that's okay. Really love homework over here. But also, I got a bit overexcited yesterday morning and decided that I wanted to plan out like a second book. I'm not actually sure at this point that it's going to be the second book. I have not finished the first book either, if that was, you know, ever a clue. I'm like not even a fourth of the way done with the first draft. However, the whole like overarching story, I have a good percentage of that like done, so that I can like have it in my brain, which is, you know, probably counter, you know, and like, you know, against what you're probably supposed to do, but that's okay. But yesterday morning, I was like thinking about it, because I had an idea to write like the second book, or like another book in the same universe, from the father of one of the main character's perspective. And so I had worked that in kind of, and written all of like some notes on that before yesterday. But then I was like, okay, I have a prologue. What if the prologue was written by the father? But then I was like, no, because then it's currently written as like a news article kind of thing, because, you know, disease, so I had written it as like that, so we're going to change that a bit, but I'm not going to do that now. I think I'm going to try and finish the first draft before I fix more things, because I've rewritten chapters before now, and I shouldn't do that. I should just finish the first draft and then rewrite the entire thing like I'm planning on doing, but I cannot follow instructions at all, which is really fun, but I'm trying right now, and so I got all of that planned. But then also, I think it was last night, it also may have been this morning, it's probably a bit of both, you know, internal timeline is a bit off, that's okay, but I was thinking about how many events that I need to accomplish within my story, and so I'm not going to explain my whole story. I'm just going to have vague details of that, because it's a lot, and also because people like to steal things on the internet, so not going to be doing that one. However, you know, you may see it eventually, not sure, probably going to be in a while, so just like don't get your hopes up. But I realized that I had a lot of things that needed to get answered, like a bunch of questions that would need like things like quests and stuff, not quests, that's what we're gonna call it right now, that I needed to fix and get all of those things, and like the big question is probably not gonna get answered within one book, but it's a dystopian book, so like dystopian books are usually not one book either. They're usually trilogies, which is a big, you know, very big theme right there, dystopian books being trilogies. However, I don't know, because then I'd also have multiple books within these characters' perspective, and then I also still want to do with the father's perspective, so that's a lot of books, especially with this one being a different thing. So I was gonna have this book have their story, and then the father's one, and then maybe like a different one, or maybe just doing the two, doing like a duology kind of thing. So it's a lot of work, but at some point I'll probably figure that one out. However, I'm also only 50 pages in, and that's, I'm like an eighth of the way through the plot. So, you know, it'll be a bit like 400 pages, which isn't a lot, but like currently trying to figure stuff out because I'm trying to fit more stuff in, but then I'm also like probably could break this up into multiple books, so like so it's a lot of work, but my brain is that's all it wants to do right now, so that'll be okay, because if I want to do it, it'll happen at some point. But also last night I procrastinated doing something else. I was procrastinating writing plot points by doing something that I was procrastinating by doing other things last night, which I was procrastinating by doing the thing that I had procrastinated, which is, you know, a good way to think about things right there. Get things done is by doing the things that you're procrastinating, by procrastinating something else, if that makes any sense. But I finally got that kind of finished. I went through the entire thing, and I made the paragraphs less big, because I had big paragraphs, and like it was very just like big chunk of words, so I split them up last night and worked all that through, so that was pretty fun. I did that for like 2.5 hours, which is a long time, but that's okay. Just put some space. I just hit the enter bar a bunch, and it took that long because I needed to figure out where it worked to have the like spaces, because if you just put a space in the middle, it's not going to make much sense. It needs to make sense, so it took a while. But, you know, that's about it. So we're getting to the end of the video, so I will shut up about my writing, mostly because probably a majority of you are confused by this point, but that's okay. I'm probably confused at this point too. But, as I said, it is almost screenshots time, so subscribe if you like today's video or if you want to see more like this. But, I just broke my microphone. That's fine. Moving on. But I post a video 4 days a week, so you can watch another video next time. Bye.